welcome to this very unexpected video that I wanted to make for geology class. And for this video I'm going to be just walking through Coyote Point Park in San Mateo to look at all the different geology formations around the cliffs on the beach. Here I actually wanted to comment on about some of the erosion happening around the edges of the solid pathway, but it seems they replaced it with like these cement rows, which was insane. I was not expecting that. Upon arriving close by the cliffs, there was a bunch of these like rocks that people have put here. This one's a big chunk of calcite is what I was guessing. And then I saw these big pieces of like red chert just everywhere. I'm guessing they're chert. They look like chert. I know there was a bunch of articles I read that had a bunch of reports that there's a ton of red chert just scattered along this beach. Here I'm grabbing a stone because I don't really know how to tell if the tide's going in and out, so I put this piece of stone right on the tide to see if the tide is going in or out, because I actually do not know. I also found these pieces of granite, which were definitely introduced, and there's just a ton of it. Like later on you'll see there's too many, like just a bunch on the trail. And the rocks don't actually look slick, but as you can see from this buggy I did, they are slick, very slick. I might go up and around the marina to see more of the cliffs. And that's exactly what I did. But before that, I wanted to look at these like veins that are just under this like eroded cliff. We recently had a bunch of rain, so a lot of this was exposed, if not already. These rocks are just kind of crumbled in my hand. I don't really know what it is. It almost looks like a shale or a mudstone, but it's so weak. It's like it just falls apart. And I saw this other vein over here. I actually don't know what it is. Also looks like chart, but surprisingly haven't seen serpentinite, even though that is also something you find here. And these are the little pieces that I've seen just on the ground, but the ones on the cliff have this like very like blue hue to it. It's very blue and green. You know what I've noticed too is the chert is not really slippery. It's like I can stand on that firmly. That is probably because of the rains, to be honest. It also kind of dips down. It's like facing this way. It just dips down again. Almost like it's like a U shape. And that, I presume, was an anticline, but I can't really tell because the rock kind of bends. But now I'm going to check on the rock I left on the shoreline. Where that rock is, that's where it used to be. So it is rising. And at this point, I just kind of climbed the cliff to look at the cliffs on the other side that I couldn't get to, and it's just mostly sediment. There's also a ton of planes around here. It's very loud, more of the granite. I also found these two rocks here. Like the one I'm just recording right here is definitely like eroded off the ground here. This one looks placed or just rolled down there. At this point I just wanted to get up and above the peak just to get to the marina where I could see some jetties that I would like to include in this video. And again, way too many planes. Saw this sign also talking about erosion. I know there's a long way, but it's like I just got up. You know, I didn't really want to walk that much, but okay, we'll take the long way. Yeah, so I just woke up and was dropped off here because there was no other time for me to go because I had work later. I actually recorded this cliff. I wanted to talk about it as well, but it started like dropping a bunch of rocks, so I kind of didn't really want to get near it. That's the jetty I was talking about. And while walking on it, I saw this like oil film. I don't know how that'll affect the rocks, but walking on the jetty here, I could see that the offshore current goes from right to left. And I think that is why the jetty has that curve up ahead. I also saw these like rocks with like calcite on it. this one with a very obvious vein in it. And I could tell it's calcite because I scratched it and it easily got scratched by my nail. So I kind of just presumed that it was. I also saw these rocks offshore. I'm guessing they are wave breakers because there's a marina just right to my right here. And also saw this beach that is covered in just shells. There's no sand here. Like, if there is, it's like very minimal. This I think is because of the jetties and how the waves are moving stuff like in this little nook. But that I also thought was interesting. And that should be it for this video. Hopefully you learned something about Coyote Point.